Hello YouTube, Dave here again. I am back after a long hiatus. I know I've been away for a few months, and in the past I've done sort of updates trying to get the channel back going again. I needed the break. Basically, I was going through a lot of just mental burnout, fatigue, and I just didn't have the time or the energy or the drive to do anything other than basically work, sleep, eat, and repeat sort of thing. But I've had a break. I'm feeling a lot better now, and I'm back. I want to start making videos again, and I'm going to start with sort of, I guess, a new segment, I guess you could call it. I don't know how many of these videos I'm going to end up doing, but I've got a few things here I've built up, and this I'm going to call this Monday Night Magic. By the time I finally get this video out, it's probably going to end up being Tuesday, so a little late, but the idea is to have these videos come out on Mondays. I recently just sort of got back into playing Magic the Gathering. It's been quite a while. I played it a little bit, when I was first getting into gaming, but never really was a big fan of it at the time. But recently I just started playing a few games kind of here or there. I've had a few things for a while now, like I've had this Core Set 2015 since I think for a year and a half now or something like that. Played a few games with my fiance, but there are some people here in the South Shore region of Nova Scotia, where I live in, that play Magic, including some of the people that I work with. So I've amassed a few items. I've been waiting to open a lot of these while in video. It was just sort of an easy way to get my foot back in the door. So I'm going to open a few things, but before that I'm just going to show off some of the things that I have picked up here. So just one moment. Alright, so these sleeved up cards were actually from one of the new introductory decks for the latest version of Magic, the latest expansion I should say, Shadows over Innistrad. So I got the theme deck. I think it's Secrets Revealed or Secrets Unearthed. I can't remember the exact name of it now, but it's a blue-green deck. I'll do a video where I go through the cards in that. It did come with 2 booster packs, so I'll open these probably in the same video that I talk about it. I also have here the Blessed and Cursed dual decks. I picked these up a little while ago. I was hoping to wait to do them in a video just because, I wanted to kind of open it and unbox it and go through all the cards in video, but I had a chance to actually play these with my brother-in-law, and we had some great games. A lot of fun, so I'll do a video for these as well, with everything that comes in them. And I also picked up this. Actually, I was in Wolfville, Nova Scotia. I used to live in that region of the province for quite some time, but there was a store there called Rainbow's End. If you are in the area, I definitely recommend checking it out. If you're going to be going through the area, I definitely recommend checking it out. It's an awesome store. They had this dual decks set here, which I really wanted to get, and I've had trouble finding. When I was visiting, they had this at Walmart for $29.99, which is what I paid for the Blessed and Cursed. But when I went to Rainbow's End, they had this for $22.99. I even left the price sticker on there for proof. It's the Zendikar versus Eldrazi. I kind of wanted to get this because, it has a green deck, and green's kind of my favorite color in Magic, even though I'm not very good at the game yet. But I wanted the Eldrazi just because I have the, Duel of the Planeswalkers. 2014, downloaded on my Xbox 360, and they have like a green Eldrazi deck in there, which is really cool. I understand that the Eldrazi side's probably a little more powerful than the Zendikar, but I'll do an unboxing for this product as well. That'll probably be, I would say, as early as the next video that I do for this. I also picked up 2 of the Deck Builders toolkits for Shadows over Innistrad. And the reason I wanted to do this is, and I'll go into more detail when I do the video, but basically it's got semi-randomized cards, as well as 4 packs of cards from various sets. And they say that the semi-randomized cards are different, or at least somewhat different. So they say no 2 of them are alike, so I thought I would do a couple of videos over a couple of weeks showing off the different ones that come in there. And I can do pack opening videos separate for the packs that come in there. That said, I'm actually going to open up something that I've had sitting unopened for months and months and months, and these are just some dollar store packs that I picked up. So the hardcore gamer Magic players are probably groaning at this, but I like to play. I don't mind just playing casually with cards, you know, for fun. That's like I said what my fiance and I've done. I bought a bunch of packs like this way back a year and a half ago when I first kind of got into, after getting the 2015 core set, Deck Builder's Toolkit. So I picked up some of these. These were $1 each of these packs. And then there's this one here, which I had seen for the first time when I picked this up before Christmas, which is how long ago that was now that we're into May. But it has 4 premium cards, which are rares, and I think there's 1 foil in there. So these will be the first things that I open, and at the end of the video I am going to have an announcement regarding some future videos as well, outside of just these Magic ones. So definitely stay tuned for that. So what we'll do now is we'll just get to opening these dollar store packs, and we'll see what we have. So we're going to go ahead and open these cards up. So these, I guess these ones here, they're just 10 cards. Probably just, you know, your basic commons, but a lot of these will be cards I definitely don't have since I don't have much of a collection. So again, it's just sort of a casual thing. It's just something to kind of pad out and just make a few practice decks so I can start, you know, learning the game and getting better at it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and look at the first pack here. And the first thing is these are sealed quite well, and they don't have like an easy pull tab. The first ones that I bought had a little cardboard top that you can just tear off. So got scissors here. So let's just, alright. And again, I don't expect there to be anything overwhelming or anything, but we'll have a look and see what we've got here. So we have, was it Lightning Diadem? Enchant creature, enters the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to target creature or player. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2. And they are going to be kind of jumbled about. Let's have a look here. Scab Clan Giant. It's a 4/5. And I guess Gruul, which I believe is the, look here, is the red-green combination. Alright, Rush to Battle. Sorcery, creatures you control get +2/+1 until end of turn. Warrior, creatures you control gain lifelink until end of turn. So that one actually might be kind of handy if I ever make any white decks. Arcoran Phalanx. Human soldier. Vigilance, you can use 2 colorless and 1 red. Creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn, and they're 3/3. Beetleform Mage, it's a 2/2. Beetleform Mage for a green and a blue, get +2/+2 and gains flying until the end of turn. Activate this ability only once per turn. Unnatural Predation. Target gets +1/+1 and gains trample until end of turn for 1 green. Crisis Incubation. Let's have a look here. Enchanted creature can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated for 1 green and 1 blue, and 1 colorless. Return Crisis Incubation to its owner's hand. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on enchanted creature. I don't know how many of you watched Spellslingers on Geek and Sundry, but I was actually just watching this the other day, and they had a really cool one there with Crisis Incubation in it. So it's actually kind of cool to have that card. Ranger's Guile. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains hexproof until end of turn for 1 green. And oh, this is something that the last last ones that I picked up didn't actually have. I bought 10 packs that were like this, although like I said they had the cardboard top, and this was a year and a half ago. They didn't have any land in them. So this one actually has a basic land. Not that I really need any more land with all the toolkits and stuff that I bought, but it's kind of cool that they would actually put some land in there. I wonder if they all have one. And then last one here, Tormented Thoughts. Additional cost, cast Tormented Thoughts, sacrifice a creature. Target player discards a number of cards equal to the sacrificed creature's power. It's a 3 mana, 2 colorless, and 1 black. And one thing I will say, my fiance loves playing black decks, so she would probably enjoy that card. Alright, so that's the first set there. In my opinion, that's actually not too bad. I was kind of surprised by some of the things that I saw in there. So let's have a look at the next package, see what's in there. Alright, get the packaging out of the way. Alright, first one, Thunderous Wrath. Thunderous Wrath deals 5 damage to target creature or player. And Miracle, for 1 red, you may cast this card for its Miracle cost when you draw it, if it's the first card you drew this turn. So that's actually pretty cool. Again, I don't know if... I suspect a lot of these cards are probably rotated out or banned or anything like that. But again, for casual play, that might not be bad. I'm not much of a red player, but it might be fun to try to build a red deck and see how that goes. We got another land here, actually. Azorius Guildgate. Enters the battlefield tap, and it's I think it's what they call a dual land. Again, I'm not up to date with Magic terms, but this is one where you can tap it and add either a white or blue. So if you're playing a white-blue deck, this would be a great one to have, and I might actually put that in because I think the Blessed deck from the dual decks is white-blue. So cool. Awaken the Bear. Target creature gets +3/+3 and gains trample at the end of turn for 3 mana. So 2 colorless and 1 green. And again, green's kind of my favorite color. So, and a Bellows Lizard, 1/1 lizard creature, 1 colorless, 1 red. Bellows Lizard gets +1/+0 until end of turn. So it's 1 red mana to summon, and you can kind of pump it up. So there you go. Next one, this is must be a reprint of an older one because it says 1993 to 2002. But Charging Slateback. Charging Slateback can't block, and you can morph it. You play it to face down as a 2/2 creature for 3 mana instead of the 5 total that would cost, and pay. Let's see, turn it face up at any time for its morph cost. So the morph cost is 5. So I guess it's something that you can put face down and hope that someone attacks it. It's something that you can kill, I guess, with it. Never really wrapped my head around morphing yet. Izzet Keyroom. It's an artifact for 3 colorless, and you can tap it to add either blue or red to your mana pool. If you spend a blue and a red, until end of turn, it becomes a 2/1 blue and red elemental artifact. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Cool. Naturalize. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. It's pretty self-explanatory. And we got a plane, so I guess they do have 1 basic land each, which is pretty cool. And Tavern Swindler. 2/2. 1 colorless, 1 black, pay 3 life, flip a coin. If you win the flip, you gain 6 life. Kind of interesting. Again, I don't really know a lot about Magic. Whoop, I guess that's not the last card. I don't know a lot about Magic, but I kind of didn't think there was any coin flipping involved in it. This may be somewhat embarrassing, but my fiance and I are raising her daughter together. She likes the Pokemon card game, which we all bought cards for a while back. And one of the things I kind of don't like about that game is that there's so much randomness with coin flips in it. So I don't suspect this is something that gets used a lot, but yeah, I didn't actually realize coin flipping was a thing in Magic. And the last card in this one is a Lurking Crocodile. It's a 2/2, Bloodthirst 1, so if your opponent was dealt damage, it comes in as a 3/3. And Island Walk, so this creature is unblockable as long as defending player controls an island. So if you're going up against blue players, this might be something to do a little bit of damage to them. Of course, they'll probably just end up counterspelling it, but, you know, whatever. Alright, so 2 down. So far, I think the first one's my favorite of the two that I've opened, but let's see what this third pack has to offer. I'm really excited to actually finally find out what's in here. These have been sitting up on the mantle above our fireplace for 5 months now, just about, or maybe even a little bit over. So let's see what we got here. Armory Guard, 2/5. Armory Guard has vigilance as long as you control a gate, which I actually got in the last pack there, so that's pretty cool. Awaken the Bear, we saw this before, 3 mana, 3/3 and trample. Another Tavern Swindler. Words are hard today. I guess I'm a little rusty when it comes to making these. So once again, another one of those. Alright, let's just do it like this here, since they were all facing the other way. Another Thunderous Wrath, so repeat there as well. Mogus, however you pronounce that, Warhound. It's a 2/2, Bestow, so for 2 colorless and a red. If you cast this card for its Bestow cost, it's an aura spell with enchant creature. It becomes a creature again if it's not attached to a creature. It attacks each round if it's able to, and if you use it to enchant a creature, it gets +2/+2 and attacks each turn if able. Another Charging Slate back. Another Izzet Keyroom. Perilous Mirror. Perilous Mirror. I'm going to go with Mirror. It's an artifact for 2 mana. When Perilous Mirror is put to the graveyard from the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to target creature or player. And that's just a 1/1 artifact. Got another Plains. And Chandra's Outrage. So Chandra's Outrage deals 4 damage to target creature and 2 damage to its controller. Just one of those big kind of blow things up red spells. Alright, so those are the cards that came in those dollar packs. As far as I'm concerned, I got my money's worth. Again, I'm sure for like the hardcore players, that was probably painful to watch, but again, I'm not one of them. I don't know if I'll ever be that into it, but I do like the game. I do like the casual play. And for me, that was worth, those 30 cards were worth $3. So now we are going to move on to the premium cards. So says foils and rares, random mix, and it's actually stapled, so I think I can just pull this one apart. Alright. It's actually kind of unfortunate. I was hoping to pick up some more of these, but the dollar store where I live hasn't picked up or hasn't brought in any more of these for a while, and everything's just kind of empty. They've got like hockey cards and Pokemon cards, stuff like that, but the Magic cards are missing. So I kind of hope they restock them, because I would love to do more of these videos and just add more cards to my collection. But let's take a look at what the premium cards are. I don't really know if I'll end up looking the prices up, but if anything's worth even 50 cents or $1, maybe let me know, and that'd be kind of cool. So for $2, I'm not quite sure. This is the one I'm a little worried about not really being worth it. Again, for me, 10 cards for $1, 10 cents a card. I don't mind spending that, but this is 50 cents a card. So we'll see what we got here. Starting with Surrak, the Hunt Caller. So legendary creature, formidable. He's 4 mana, just 2 colorless and 2 green. 5/4. I don't know if I already said that, but for formidable, at the beginning of your combat turn, if creatures you control have total power of 8 or greater, target creature you control gains haste until the end of turn. So that's pretty cool. Again, I like green, so I don't mind having that. Oh, and we've got a foil card, nice shiny foil. Brush Strider. It's a 3/2, or sorry, 3/1. I don't know why I said 3/2, but 3/1. It's 2 mana, so maybe that's what I was looking at. Colorless and green, and it has vigilance, which, based on my understanding of the game, means it doesn't tap to attack. So that's pretty cool. And again, it's nice shiny card. Oh, may as well go with this one here because it was poking out. Avalanche Tusker, 6/4. And wow, so that's a total of 5 mana, 2 colorless, a green, a blue, and a red. Whenever Avalanche Tusker attacks, target creature defending player controls blocks it, or blocks this combat if able. So it's something that I guess you force into blocking. So if somebody has something that's not quite as powerful as this, so I would assume you'd want to do it for something that had three power or less. So that might be kind of cool. And the last card of the video is Cold Storage. So it's a artifact for 4 mana. Spend 3, put target creature you control on Cold Storage. Sacrifice Cold Storage, put all creature cards on Cold Storage into play. I guess this would be useful if you have a lot of big creatures that, if you don't have the mana, but you have 3, I guess you could spend 3 to put them on this, and if you get enough of them out, sacrifice it, I guess, to put them into play. Not sure if I'd end up using this or not, but again, I guess time will tell. So that was that premium card pack. Again, I'm not quite sure how I feel about this here, just because you only get the 4 cards for twice the price of what you get these 10 cards for. I think I would use more of these than probably these. But again, for $2 is still not a lot of money, so for me it was worth it, and again, it was nice to finally get to open these and record a video. So that's it for the first episode as far as Monday Night Magic goes. Again, we'll keep doing these videos for as much as I have products for. I do plan on trying to pick up maybe some more of the intro decks. So I'm just gonna zoom back up here. So I'm going to probably try, again, words are hard, to get some more of these intro packs and do actual proper unboxings for them. Again, I already opened this one and I ended up buying some sleeves, some green sleeves. Green's not my favorite color in terms of real color, but in Magic it's my favorite color. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and as far as the announcement goes, I will make that now. Basically, what I just really want to do is thank everybody who's stuck with me throughout this whole period. I know it's probably been kind of frustrating from a subscriber's point of view that I've been away for so long and have had such a huge gap between videos. And again, I feel like I owe a little bit more of an explanation now, so I'll do it here at the end of this video. Basically, what was going on was I just ended up being burnt out in a lot of facets of my life. So not just making the videos for YouTube, but if I haven't said it before in a previous video, I'm pretty sure that I have, but if I haven't, I work at a call center at this point in time, and it's customer service for one of the larger Canadian credit cards. I work on a team that's dedicated to escalated calls, so I'm with a small group who, whenever somebody's upset over something, they ask to speak to a supervisor. I'm one of the people that they end up talking to, and it can be a very, very stressful job. Currently, up to, they have us scheduled regularly for 46 hours a week scheduled. We get our lunch breaks and stuff that aren't paid in that, but it's still almost 9 hours longer. Actually, we were doing 37 hours before. It was just supposed to be regular 8-hour shifts, 37 hours paid, 40 hours total, I believe it was. So yeah, 37 and a half is now up to 46, or 44, I guess, with when you take out lunches and stuff. But they're long days, and it can be a very stressful job. I stopped kind of making videos back in November when they were doing this big overtime drive to get gift cards for Atlantic Superstore, which you can actually use to get other things like prepaid MasterCards. They had a bunch of Walmart gift cards that they were giving away for this, and you had to work basically at least an extra 5.5 hours a day on top of what we were already doing. So we were putting in close to 50-hour weeks. All November I was working 6 days a week, and usually I'd end up getting up really early on one of my days, my normal days off, like a Saturday, and going into work for 6-7 o'clock sometimes, just to put these overtime hours in, and it just got really, really burnt out doing that. I mean, that was I did it for 4 or 5 straight weeks, and I think another week again in December after that. And with December came the holidays, and I've been spending a lot of time with family on the weekends that I've had, and I don't begrudge that at all. I wouldn't trade my time with my fiance's parents and brothers and family. I wouldn't trade that for anything in the world. I've really enjoyed that time. But I just didn't have the drive to make videos. I'd work, and then my days off would be booked up pretty solid. And for a lot of the videos that I was doing at the time, there was a lot of prep work that went into it. My retrospective series that I had done up to 3rd edition by the recording of this video, each one of those videos took about 8 or 9 hours of research, script writing, script throwing out, second script writing, and usually a couple hours to record. And even though they're not that long a video, it still took quite a while to record them. Because you get through a segment, and at the very end, you decide to start stumbling over all your words. So I'd end up re-recording some segments and stuff. But anyway, that's getting off topic a little bit. So I needed the break. I just needed a mental break to kind of recover and just get to the point where I enjoyed making the videos again. It's not that I didn't enjoy making them, but with everything else that was going on, I felt almost obligated or forced to make videos, and I just didn't have the time for it. And this was something that I wanted to do as a hobby. It's not a source of income for me. I've earned a little bit from ad revenues, definitely not enough to make it a full-time job or anything. So it was just something that was meant to be fun. And as much as I love interacting with subscribers and responding to comments, and I know that kind of fell behind a bit too, but I really enjoy interacting with each and every one of you. But I just got to the point where it felt like a chore to sit down and find the time to plan out and record videos. So I took some time off. I tried coming back, and I just wasn't there yet. But I'm feeling better. I'm at the point where I really want to start doing this again, and I missed it. And it took me a while to get to the point where I missed it, just because, again, I enjoyed doing it, but it just felt like I had to. So it got to be, again, just not as fun as it used to be. It's supposed to be a hobby. So that being said, and kind of a long-winded tangent, I didn't script any of this out, as you can probably tell, but what I want to get to is the fact that I owe each and every one of you who have stayed a subscriber, every one of you that's ever commented, even recently, I owe each of you just a huge thank you, and I want to do something to give the viewers some sort of input, I guess, into what I do. So I'm going to be creating a poll on my Twitter page. I want to kind of start getting that going again. So again, these magic videos are pretty quick and easy to make. I can do them completely unscripted. So I'll be doing those every Monday. But what I'm going to do is put up a poll on Twitter asking what people want me to do for my next video for Dungeons & Dragons. So the choices at this point, I might add a few for by the time this is uploaded. But right now it's, do you want me to get back to the retrospective, starting with 3.5, and then finishing up, with 4th Essentials and then 5th. So 4 more videos in that series. Or do you want me to get back to the 5th edition classes, which includes a little bit of history of, so I'd be starting with the monk, I guess, because I had finished with the fighter. That was the last video that I made. So again, the retrospective of editions, or the classes look or description for 5th edition, or I never actually did a full review of Out of the Abyss at this point yet. So do you want me to do that? And I recently picked up Curse of Strahd. A little bit, it took me a while to get it, but I finally ended up picking it up, so, do you want me to do a review of that? So those are the options right now. If I think of anything else, I'll have it there. But again, just visit my Twitter page, and I'll leave the poll up probably until Friday. So I'll give it a few days, and, Friday or Saturday, And once I've had enough days, a winner will be chosen based off of what gets the most votes, and I'll start work on that video and hopefully have it up by not this Wednesday, obviously, but the following Wednesday, Wednesday or Thursday, and looking to get back to a video or two a week. So again, I just want to thank each and every one of you for your patience, your understanding, and your support. And yeah, I just want to give you guys a little bit of input and determine what I do next. So again, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to seeing the results of that poll. All right, thank you.